Louisiana beer reviews, Keystone Light Revisited. You can see how much I like wine. See the wine rack full of nothing? Well, I'm gonna concentrate on beer. 104 calories and 4.1% alcohol. This beer is certified kosher. One of the viewers said, could you do Keystone Light again? And I thought to myself, well, you know what? Okay, I have to go get some gas. So I was at racetrack and I bought this. Coors, it says very clearly here, Coors Brewing Company. Coors introduced the Keystone line in 1989. Keystone Light and the regular Keystone. Here's one of the early Keystone cans. It's kind of faded. Gold and red. Now it's just red and white. Now, I was asking somebody why I noticed that all the Coors beers are certified kosher, and she was telling me a lot of Jewish people live in Denver. I said, I wasn't aware of that, so that could be the reason that was always done. Keystone Ice was introduced in 1994. This is the newest can design. They don't sell this around here anymore in the last year. The regular Keystone haven't sold here in probably 15 years or longer. I did see it in Kentucky though during the summer. There's a Keystone Lager, which is a different recipe that's sold in Canada. Keystone was introduced to compete with the budget line, Busch beer for Anheuser-Busch, and the Old Milwaukee for the Stroh's beer line, Meisterbrow and Milwaukee's Best for Miller, and so on. This beer has won 6 awards: bronze, silver, and gold at the Great American Beer Festival just as recently as 2012. So there's a guy at work, he loves to drink this Keystone Light. He was telling me, I was saying, try this, try that, trying to get him to sample all these exotic beers, and he said, I'll just stick to Keystone Light. I like that beer. I said, okay. Thick white head and a golden blonde appearance, very bubbly. It's triple filtered, so this is not going to have sediment in it, and if it does, it'll be the finest, almost indiscernible amount of particles we ever wanted to see. The aroma is so typical of American style light lagers. Sweet, a little pungent. It just has like what most people on the street would say, a stereotypical beer smell. They would say it smells like beer. Is this inferior to the premium light beers like Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light? I doubt it really is. Probably the cost is probably very similar. It's made with water, barley malt, dextrose, which is the corn syrup filler, hop extract, and yeast. Typical, a lot of crackle. Typical Coors or Miller product. Coors and Miller, we know, since 2008 have combined their operations. They're not the same company. Some people think it's a single company. Miller Coors is a cooperative agreement between 2 separate companies. So you may see Miller beers produced at Coors in Golden, Colorado, and you'll see Coors beers produced at Miller breweries, maybe in Fort Worth, Texas, and Milwaukee, etc. As you can imagine, the flavor is very light. It's slightly sweet, slight grain. The mouthfeel obviously is going to be light and watery, and the finish is crisp, clean, refreshing. And it's dry, but it's not Bud Light dry. I find Bud Light is just so dry. Budweiser itself is dry. But it's certainly on the dry side. I can see why it's won 6 awards of the various bronze, silver, gold over the years because, and that's in the light beer category, because it holds its own against all the others. People that drink this kind of beer are not typically beer connoisseurs. They're only looking for something to drink while they eat pizza, hamburgers, maybe some potato salad, and relax at home. They're not going to sit there and they're not doing deep speculative beer drinking, okay? They're just, most people in the world are not beer geeks that are doing heavy research or anything. They just drinking it. And Keystone Light is one of the most popular beers in America. It's in the top 10. The volume produced every year is incredible. The sales are incredible. They like it and they don't realize that they're not supposed to like it, that kind of thing. So anyway, you're probably not going to see this at a bar. It's just an economy store, beer that's sold in convenience stores and grocery stores, that kind of thing. You may see it in bottles. It's not sold in bottles around here, and I don't recall it ever being sold in bottles around here, but I have seen it in bottles in Texas. Maybe, yeah, and I believe in North Carolina, but around here it's can only. So one more thing, if you look on the Coors, the Keystone Light website, which talks about Keystone Light, Premium, and Ice, there's a locator, and it's very helpful because you can punch in your information anywhere in the country. It'll tell you what stores sell it and in what configuration. So it'll tell you, okay, they have it here in Texas at this store, and it's in bottles or cans or both or whatever, or draft. It'll tell you all that. So very helpful. So how would I rate it? I mean, for beer overall, I guess B-. It's not much to it, but I certainly couldn't say it's bad. For light beer, it's probably right up there with, for mass-produced light beer, it's an A. That is really flawless, typical Coors quality standards. So thank you for watching this video production, and y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.